Hey everybody, it's your old friend John, and you can call me the history buff, you can call me John, whatever you want. Just be kind in the comments, which not everybody is, but just remember that I have a lot of comments and I have to go through a lot of them. So if you can, put a timestamp and say, what did you mean here? Or something like that. We're going through, continuing with Great Britain. Now we're on some words, and it's how to insult like the British. Anglophenia, this is a new one that was sent to me, and yes, I am getting through a lot of them. So let's check it out with further ado.
We Brits really do love a good insult, arguably even more than complaining about the weather or making fun of the French. Now, most of these insults are not exactly safe for work, but by some miracle, I did manage to remember 10 that weren't overtly sexual, sexist, racist, classist, homophobic,
10.
or, sweary. So, for example...
It leaves out a lot.
The list goes on forever. So here we go.
I love her.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson. This is Anglophenia, and try not to take this personally.
Okay.
Minger.
All right.
This means that somebody's ugly or doing something that's disgusting. Gross is definitely the closest American equivalent. So, for example, maybe if you were a Liverpool supporter, one might say Wayne Rooney is a potato-headed minger who couldn't kick a ball if the World Cup depended on it. You can also say that an action is minging, like, oh, don't eat those potatoes at the rubbish bin, Wayne. That is minging.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that word before, but all right. We wouldn't say that in the States. It's just like, we just go with gross. But that's interesting. Okay.
Pillock. This means idiot, specifically a very clumsy, forgetful kind of idiocy. You know, oh, you forgot your homework again. Brian, you are such a pillock. I know, miss, I'm sorry.
I had no idea.
Mardy. This is a word that's mostly used in the north of England to describe that very teenage type of sulky, aggressive moodiness. Ugh. Rachel locks herself right in her room as soon as she gets home from school. Gosh, is a Mardy one.
Is that like being moody? If not, it seems like an excellent word because I don't know that we have a word for someone who's like in that teenage phase and they're like, they come home and they just like, breeze past parents or parent, depending on whatever, and upstairs lock the door. You have no idea what they're doing. I usually think that anyway, if they're teenagers, it's usually has something to do with porn. But, yeah, I don't know. But the moody ones, that's a good word. It's a good word.
Tosser. This is the British equivalent to jerk and means the same thing.
Okay.
You know that thing.
What?
I know you know.
No, I don't. A tosser. Is that like being gay? Because we would say in the States there's a derogatory, and I'm sorry if anyone here is gay, I don't mean it this way. I'm just trying to figure it out. Is it if you're a tosser, does that mean like we would say like a salad tosser? You know what I mean? Being the derogatory form of tossing somebody's salad, which means a backdoor bandit. I don't know what you would want to call it, but being gay. That's what I would think. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know. And I'm not going to look it up because it's live. By the way, just another note. I don't watch these videos beforehand, so I really don't know what I'm getting into until we get this far. And now we're on Gannet.
Gannet. This means somebody who's being greedy, named after the seabird of the same name. One cake each, you gannets, I'm watching you. Wayne, stop eating those potatoes. Skiver. This refers to somebody who has skipped off from something that they were supposed to do. Mostly it refers to kids who skip school, but you can skive off pretty much any responsibility if you just put your mind to it. I cannot believe that you got out being Sarah's bridesmaid, you dirty skiver.
That's an interesting one. I don't know that we have a word like that in English. We would say what? Somebody that gets out of things. I don't know. We'd say an irresponsible person or an untrustworthy person. I mean, that would have to do with trust. Man, I can't think of it. Because, of course, as soon as you turn the record video button on, you lose 10% of your brain power here, apparently.
Burke. This comes from the Cockney rhyming slang Berkshire Hunt, meaning a word that I am not allowed to say here. It means an unpleasant, boorish kind of person. Oh, I cannot believe that my boss gave me a verbal warning for being 5 minutes late, and he was ogling me the entire time. What a Burke.
Is that like the C word? And I'm going to say it. Well, I'll spell it CUNT. Is that what she's talking about? All right, because these are all right. They're all right. I'll keep going.
Balmy. This is a very gentle, affectionate way of calling someone crazy. Don't worry about all the crystals at my auntie's house. She's just a bit balmy. English cricket fans call themselves the Balmy Army because you do have to be a bit bonkers to want to watch a game that takes 4 days to play.
All right, so on that one we would say somebody's a little off, or they're people would say that about me, I guess to a certain extent. Yeah, they're just a little. Or we would say just eccentric. We try to be nice about it here because this whole woke thing going on in the United States or around the world, I'm not quite sure. You have to be careful about like what you say and how you say it. You just never know. Telling someone that they're a little crazy is like saying they're a little eccentric, but eccentric means more of a positive thing. If you're the crazy cat lady, which I ended up marrying one of those. Got rid of the cats though. That's the important thing. You just have to wait them out. That would be a little like crazy. I don't know. I used to be that one guy at the party who would just do some kind of, nutty thing. So we'll see. Let me know what you think.
It's two short planks. This is another term for idiot.
Yeah, I can see that one.
Value intelligence in my country. I keep catching Wayne eating potatoes out of the bin. He is as thick as two short planks, that boy. There are several other similes that are used in the same way. For example, thick as a brick, or as they say on Blackadder, thick as a whale omelette. People also say just thick as.
All right, we say dumb as a box of rocks. That's what we say here in the States, and it applies to a good deal of people. A lot. I won't say anything else on that topic. You can all make your own judgments.
As in, oh my goodness, he is thick as. This can also be used for almost every other insult. Crazy as, weird as, ugly as, and so on. And
that is something that we would say too. I don't know. We say that stuff, but we have to come up with it just like you guys do on the spot. But thick as two boards, we don't use that one. You could say someone's thick-headed. That would also mean that they're dense. Like stuff doesn't get through to them. It's like they're surrounded with too much skull and not enough brain, and things don't get through to that brain.
Finally, yes, the two-fingered salute.
I love this.
I often see Americans do this as the peace sign, but
That's
it is the
this way.
British version of flipping the bird, albeit a lot softer.
Oi!
The story goes that it comes from when medieval English longbowmen were trouncing the French at battles such as Agincourt. The French would cut off the first two fingers of any captured archers so that they could no longer pull a bow. So the archers would make this sign on the battlefield as a way of telling the enemy, hey, I still have my two fingers and I'm gonna shoot you. This story is probably apocryphal, but like I said earlier, we really do love making fun of the French.
I do remember Winston Churchill doing this and then someone explaining to him, I guess, what it means. Not that I was there. I've heard the story. And he was like, okay.
Your favorite British insults? Let us know in the comments without being a Mardy tosser about it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can read more about this on the Anglophenia blog.
Cool. And she's got a new channel, I think. If the rest of them are like this is interesting. So this is episode 12. I think it's pretty good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, I didn't know a lot of these. I'm still trying to figure out Tosser if I got that right or not. Just let me know. I'll talk to you all soon, and please consider subscribing. I'm sorry, you're probably already subscribed. Maybe. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Those, you know how it goes. Check out the merch if you're interested. suggestions for merch, I guess, and memberships, because that sort of rounds out the whole YouTube checklist of things. So and it does help, because it may not seem like it, but I put a lot of time and effort into reading comments and making this stuff. So every little bit does actually help. You all take care. I'll see you in the next video.